Okay, good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Removing That Liberal Blindfold for this Wednesday, the 6th day of March in the year of our Lord 2019. The Democrats are pushing investigation after investigation, but the things that really matter, the things that could be caught, they're not doing anything for. But major Jewish groups are finally going after Ilham Omar. From Freedom Outpost comes this one. Hello, Claudia. It's about bloody time. AFDI was the first to call for Ilhan Omar's removal, which she should be. Jewish groups have been quiet about Islamic Jew-hating hatred for far too long. Leading Jewish groups demand anti-Semitic Omar to be removed from Foreign Affairs Committee. And they're finally starting to do this, folks. Hello, Wayne. Jewish groups slam Omar's anti-Semitic language ties to groups advocating terrorism. A group of leading Jewish organizations petitioned the House of Representatives' top Democrats, which probably won't do anything because, after all, they're going after Democrats for a Democrat. But they did this on Monday, demanding that Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat of Minnesota, be removed from her position on the powerful Foreign Affairs Committee in the light of her numerous anti-Semitic remarks and ties to groups that advocate terrorism against Jewish people and America, for that matter, according to a copy of the letter exclusively obtained by Washington Free Beacon. Omar, who has been singled out multiple times in her short career on Congress due to several anti-Semitic comments, continued to double down on her belief that pro-Israel members of Congress are more loyal to Israel than America. Folks, this is ridiculous, and I'll get to this one after a little bit. In yet another tweet alleging that those who support Israel are not loyal to America, and age-old anti-Semitic canard that has earned Omar rebukes from Democrats and Republicans, which kind of surprises me. Omar made clear she will not support the historic U.S.-Israel as a member of Congress. Now, Omar's continued use of anti-Semitic smears has now led a group of leading Jewish organizations to finally take action. They sent a letter early Monday to Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat of California, the Foreign Affairs Committee Chair Eliot Engel, asking them to immediately strip Omar of her seat on the committee, which plays a key role in supporting the U.S.-Israel military alliance. In the light of Representative Ilhan Omar's recent anti-Semitic tweets, it said, statements and address before Islamic Relief USA on Saturday, February 23rd, we, the undersigned organization, request that you immediately remove her as a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, the group wrote. The organizations praised both Pelosi and Engel for being swift on their earlier denunciations of Omar's smears against the Jewish and Israel advocacy groups. And actually, Claudia's right. The leftists don't care about the Jews, and they never have. Well, they used to anyway, but they don't anymore. We hope that you will continue to demonstrate your commitment to high moral standards of your office by removing Representative Omar, a woman who has repeatedly exhibited strong biases against the state of Israel and the Jewish people, from this critically important and sensitive committee, the letter states. The groups are also concerned about Omar's decision to appear before Islamic Relief USA, a group that with ties to organizations that advocate terrorism against Israel, and that also terrorism against the United States too, for that matter. Representative Omar's presence as a keynote speaker to raise funds for Islamic Relief USA, whose parent organization and chapters have documented ties to terrorism or terrorist organizations, demonstrates that she has learned next to nothing over the last few weeks when she was reprimanded by your office and other Democrats for posting ugly anti-Semitic attacks on Jews in their organizations, the letter continued. Omar's decision to address Islamic relief reflects poor judgment and shows she is unfit to sit on one of the most important committees in the United States, the letter continued. Sarah Stern, founder and president of Endowment for Middle East Truth, a pro-Israel organization that spearheaded the letter, told the Free Beacon that Omar's use of classic anti-Semitic tropes and stereotypes has touched a nerve across the American Jewish community. And all I can say is it's about time. Other signatories include Alpha Epsilon Pi, the nation's top Jewish fraternity on college campuses, Americans for a Safe Israel, the Center for Security Policy, the Jewish Policy Center, the Committee for Israel, and the National Council of Young Israel, among others. Jewish groups do not buy Omar's apology, which they shouldn't, for recent tweet alleging pro-Israel members of Congress take their marching orders from the Jewish state. Even after her apology for her anti-Semitism, she went on to speak at a forum together with well-known anti-Semites who have known ties to terrorists or organizations and those who seek to harm the Jewish people and the destruction of the state of Israel. They wrote, "We need to ensure that anti-Semitism has no place within the venerable House of Foreign Affairs Committee." The letter states, "We therefore respectfully request that Congresswoman Ilhan Omar be removed immediately from sensitive work of the House Foreign Affairs Committee." And now to remove the liberal blindfold, folks. I've been watching politics for decades now, and never have we seen a political party here in America that is so un-American as the Democrat Party is. And it really surprises me that Nancy Pelosi has even entertained the idea of reprimanding Omar. And the sad part here is that there are even a few on the Republican side now. If you want to see all the people who are in our government now who shouldn't be, tune into my show on Sunday at 6 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. You'll get an earful. Right now, the Democrats are crying over a measly little $5.7 billion for a border wall, yet they will spend billions on investigations. And yes, Cliff, they cost the taxpayer money that are for nothing but stopping the president and his people from doing anything to help America be the beacon of goodness for the world again. And in the end, prove nothing. But the things they should be going after, like Clinton and all the lawlessness on their side, goes totally untouched. We as the people have been asleep at the wheel for a long time now, and we are finally waking up, though there are still some out there like Cliff who has absolutely no idea about what makes America a great country and why the founding fathers were right in the way they set things up. Most of the ones from the left are not smart enough to get the reasons why we were made a constitutional republic instead of a democracy. And yes, the founding fathers fought between themselves on that one. The left and their bedmates, the lying, lamestream liberal media, have been filling the public's ears with lies and distortions with the intention of getting to be the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. In other words, tell a lie enough times and it becomes believable, and many will believe it. The sad part about that is even though many do believe, it is still a lie. America is not a democracy, and therefore popular votes do not count. We are not a mob-ruled country, at least not yet. But mark my words, folks, that is the goal of the liberal left, and if they succeed there, the next step, and yes, Virginia, there will always be a next step, will be socialism, then communism, then oblivion. That is the future this country has if the Democrats keep getting what they want, and I guarantee you that one. We are closer to socialism than anyone would have ever imagined possible 10 years ago, and each year we seem to be edging closer and closer to it because the Republicans keep giving in to what the Democrats want, even when they're not in power. Wake up, America. There will be no more America if we continue this way. Thank you, Claudia, for being here. And I think Wayne was here too. And Claudia is right on that one. As long as we stay truthful, God is on our side. But thank you all for being here. We are here to push the facts that the liberal lamestream media leaves out, facts that change the story from what is right to what the left wants, which is never right anymore. Truth, justice, and the American way are the continuing casualties in everything that the left stands for, and the American people need to learn that or lose everything this country was ever formed for. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as always, we will not be ruled. Have a safe and blessed day.